the head of the military intelligence unit, continued, "Willie, you'll be dead by the morning, so I'm pulling you out of here tonight." I was speechless as he carried on with his orders. "What I want you to do is go home now, tell your wife, and give her the choice of coming with you. But you must emphasize to her that her life will be in danger if you disappear on your own. I can have you and your family out of here in a couple of hours, and I'll take you all up to Belfast tonight, where you'll be safe. But we must move fast, because I don't know who else knows, or who might move against you." Then he informed me that Margaret Thatcher herself was personally aware of the situation and was furious I had been unmasked as a traitor, in the Provisional IRA's eyes, and that my reports of the political intrigue and machinations within Sinn Féin had been carefully read over the last few years by the Prime Minister herself in 10 Downing Street. You can be sure of one thing, though. The Prime Minister already knows and is said to be livid, so you can bet she will be asking questions. You don't have to worry about being abandoned. You'll be well looked after. Just before my exposure, I'd been rising up the ranks of Sinn Féin in Derry and was getting ever closer to Martin McGuinness, then the IRA's Chief of Staff, as well as one of the party's key strategists, and later Deputy First Minister of Northern Ireland. My briefings to my handlers in Ebrington included information on McGuinness's internal battles with even more hardline Republicans, as well as his thoughts, ranging from participation in elections to his hostility to the extension into Scotland of the IRA's English bombing campaign. Some of the secret political intelligence I had provided was mulled over and analysed by the Prime Minister, as well as her cabinet ministers. It gave them a unique insight into the evolution of Sinn Féin and, critically, McGuinness's own thinking. As the Troubles raged in Northern Ireland, the wider world in the mid-1980s was gridlocked by the new Cold War. The Soviet Union, with its massive nuclear arsenal, still posed an existential threat to the West. Meanwhile, Ronald Reagan fueled paranoia, not only in Moscow, but on the streets of Western European cities with his Star Wars program to militarise space alongside his development of cruise missiles in the UK and West Germany. The secret spy war against the Soviets continued apace, which included KGB spies covertly working for the British and Americans, while disgruntled MI5 officers offered up secrets of their own to the USSR. One such traitor on the British side was Michael Bettany, or, as I had once known him, Ben. After I was recruited as an MI5 agent following my discharge from the British Army in the early 1970s, Ben had been my handler. In 1980, Bettany was moved at my request from the north of Ireland to work in the Security Service's Soviet counter-espionage agency based at Gower Street in London. His critics later claimed that Bettany was driven by alcoholism and anger after being passed over for promotion. His supporters on the British far left, who befriended him when he was eventually imprisoned, alleged that the working-class Oxford-educated linguist was an idealist and only volunteered to help the KGB for ideological reasons. Whatever the truth about his motives, Bettany was compromised thanks to one of the security service's most valuable assets inside the KGB, Oleg Gordievsky. Bettany had been trying to contact the senior KGB chief in the USSR's London embassy, but his information was passed to another officer, Arkady Gok, who didn't take any notice of his request and instead forwarded to Oleg Gordievsky, the deputy head of the KGB in London, who was in fact an agent for MI6. It wasn't long before Bettany was trapped and caught. This Cold War drama set off a chain reaction